Tofu-Dreg. Quality. Chinese trucks banned in Russia. The story begins with an international shock. Moscow has abruptly pulled the plug on Chinese trucks, sending shockwaves through Russian businesses and Beijing's automotive industry. Complaints about poor quality had been mounting for months. Faulty brakes, deafening noise, flimsy seat belts, turning the honeymoon with cheap Chinese trucks into a nightmare. The case of the Alexandrovsk Trade Association is a vivid example. An FW manipulator truck's gearbox failed after just 3 months and 10,000 kilometers, costing the owner 8 million rubles, roughly $100,000, in repairs, with dealers refusing warranty claims. By July 2025, another FO truck broke down after 200,000 kilometers, requiring a 2 million ruble engine replacement. Furious owners vented online, sparking a wave of criticism branding Chinese trucks as Tofu-Dreg quality, infamous for their fragility and inability to withstand Russia's harsh climate. The tipping point came on July 30th, 2025, when Rosstandart, Russia's safety regulator, revoked licenses for major Chinese brands like Dongfeng, Foton, FAW, and Sinotruk. Models such as the Dongfeng DFH 4180, Foton BJ 4189, FAWCA 4250, and Sinotruk ZH5 were banned for severe violations: defective brakes, missing ERAGLONASS emergency systems, excessive emissions, weak seat belts, and lack of anti-rollover features. Thousands of trucks were recalled, left gathering dust as unsellable inventory. This not only strained the no-limits Russia-China partnership, but exposed Beijing's strategy, flooding Russia with substandard vehicles as a dumping ground to fill the void left by Western sanctions. According to Business Insider, China sold over 1 million vehicles in Russia in 2024, capturing 65% of the truck market, but now Russian manufacturers like Kamaz are regaining ground amid the crisis. What is the CCP hiding? A cost-cutting approach that sacrifices safety, resulting in abysmal after-sales service. Customers wait 6 months for repairs due to part shortages, and dealers turn hostile when complaints arise. Housing crisis. From glitzy towers to sky-high slums, in the social sphere, China's towering apartment complexes, symbols of urbanization, are turning into sky-high slums. With over 350,000 high-rises, far surpassing the global total, their real lifespan is just 15 years, not centuries like Western buildings. The cause? The CCP's Great Leap Forward approach, rapid, flashy construction with abysmal quality. Over 30,000 fires in the past decade and elevator accidents due to poor maintenance have trapped middle-class families in a scam. Many drained their savings, 6 wallets, to buy homes, only to see them deteriorate and lose value within a decade, unsellable. Then there are urban villages, distinctive slums lacking planning, overcrowded, and unsafe. In Shenzhen, Guantian Village features dilapidated tiled houses next to unfinished towers, abandoned spas, and aimless youth. Over 4,400 such villages across 8 megacities house over 55 million people. A 2009 urban renewal campaign expanded to 300 cities, promised 1 billion square meters of investment worth 25 trillion yuan, 3.5 trillion. But reality tells a different story. Projects stalled due to funding shortages, with meager compensation turning areas into ghost cities. An anonymous researcher, Ma, told Voice of America, "These are fake projects to boost market confidence." The CCP conceals forced urbanization, displacing millions of rural residents to cities without granting rights, exacerbating inequality, pollution, and unemployment. Collapsing consumption. A nation too broke to spend. China's economy is witnessing a collapse in consumption, from instant noodles to fine dining. Master Kong, an icon of affordability, is a victim. Its revenue fell 2.7% to 40 billion yuan in the first half of 2025, with a 1.1 billion yuan loss. Noodle prices soared. Large cups now cost 6 yuan, but sales dropped 2.5% and distributors fled, from 67,000 to under 3,490. A 2022 food safety scandal, pickled cabbage processed with bare feet and preservatives 10 times over limits, crashed its stock by 13.5%. In 2014, its parent company Tingyi's use of gutter oil pushed the brand to the brink. The restaurant and hotel sectors are also crumbling. 3 million restaurants closed in 2023, and 5-star hotels dropped from 850 to 736. Room rates fell 5%, with 60% occupancy. With unemployment and low wages, white-collar workers who once spent hundreds of yuan now pinch pennies. Food delivery platforms like Meituan, with 70% penetration, have sidelined instant noodles. The CCP hides the shrinking middle class and slowing economy, leaving the poor unable to afford basic food, turning a savior brand into a symbol of failure. Empty treasury, new taxes, and widespread wage delays. China's treasury is running dry, forcing the CCP to impose new taxes on foreign investment income, 20% on capital gains from overseas accounts. Tax authorities in Shanghai and Suzhou are directly contacting investors, tracking transactions via Futu securities. Despite domestic tax exemptions until 2027, this move reflects collapsing land sale revenues and soaring local debt. The result? The wealthy are withdrawing assets, increasing emigration, even renouncing citizenship, spiraling the economy downward. Wage delays are rampant. Civil servants and teachers in Shenyang, Hunan, and Jiangsu have gone unpaid for 3 to 6 months. State-owned enterprises cut work weeks to 3 days, and workers block construction sites demanding pay. Youth unemployment hit record highs in 2025, and real estate has slumped. Home prices dropped for 20 consecutive months. The U.S. extended tariff suspensions, but warned of new trade conflicts. The CCP conceals elite corruption, with leaders' children amassing vast wealth while ordinary citizens struggle to survive. Economic leverage and crippling debt. China's debt-to-GDP ratio exceeds 300%, the highest globally, driven by the 2008 stimulus and zero-COVID policies. Debt has surged, but tax revenues have fallen to 2019 levels, despite a 96% GDP increase. A 1% interest rate hike could raise debt servicing costs by 3% of GDP, exposing an unsustainable debt-driven growth model. The government clings to massive infrastructure projects over consumer stimulus, leading to overcapacity and inefficient investments. Analyst Mr. Z predicts economic stagnation since 2020, a true recession by late 2023, and a potential return to 1999 levels by 2028. Political upheaval looms within 3 to 4 years, with Xi Jinping possibly resigning or the CCP collapsing by 2029. The CCP hides deflation, unemployment, and social unrest, turning the Chinese dream into a debt-fueled nightmare. International fallout, strained Russia-China ties, and Western sanctions. The Russia-China relationship is faltering after the truck ban. 15,000 vehicles were deregistered, becoming dead inventory. Moscow hiked recycling fees by 70 to 85%, and Chinese imports fell 49% in early 2025. Chinese profit margins collapsed from $3,000 to $5,000 per truck to $500 to $1,000, or even losses due to sanctions. The West warns that Chinese trucks could be repurposed for military use, risking secondary sanctions. Russia, lacking technology, remains dependent on China but fears being controlled. The CCP conceals political risks. Russia, its top export market, is now a minefield. The era of easy profits is over, with China's reputation tarnished, leaving Beijing caught between profit and global sanctions. The CCP's hidden secrets: suppression and corruption. Behind it all lies the CCP's darkest secret: suppression of dissent, corruption, and cover-ups. From BYD owners jailed for complaints to residents protesting low compensation, the regime silences its people. Elite corruption thrives. Leaders' children amass vast fortunes while the treasury runs dry. Fake urbanization projects displace millions, masking inequality and social decline. Fake projects like urban village renewals aim to boost confidence, but stall in reality. The CCP reversed policies from anti-urbanization to forced displacement, sacrificing citizens for political points. With a weakening economy, supply chains leaving, and unrest brewing, the CCP is hiding an impending collapse. An uncertain future for a fragile superpower. In summary, China faces a comprehensive crisis. Shoddy products strain international ties, collapsing housing and consumption fuel social unrest, and crippling debt and new taxes expose economic fragility. The CCP conceals its failures through suppression and propaganda, but the harsh reality is breaking through. From sky-high slums to overhyped EVs, from wage delays to predictions of political collapse, this is a warning. China's era of unchecked expansion is over. Ahead lies instability, where one misstep could lead to catastrophe. Stay tuned, for China's drama is far from over, and the world is watching to see how long the CCP can keep up its facade.